Hi, hello there, it's Kayla and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I really appreciate it. I hope everybody out there had a holly jolly holiday season. I know this year has been it's been a rough one. Hopefully you had a shed of light during your holiday season, during this dark, terrible time. And now we have moved on to the year 2021, 2021. What's to come, I don't know. However, in 2020, although it was a rough, dark year, I was able to find some sort of distraction and happiness in makeup and sharing my thoughts and opinions with you guys. I've had a great year here on YouTube. I've really loved interacting with you guys. I've made so many new friends out there, and thank you guys so much for helping build this little community, and it brought me a lot of happiness. Not gonna lie, not gonna get emotional. But thank you guys for making my year better, and hopefully I brought a little bit of light to your year as well. But now we have entered into 2021, and with that I did some reflection and some thinking, and although there was a lot of new brands and new products that I tried out last year in 2020, there's a whole bunch of stuff I want to try out in 2021. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys the brands I have never tried that I am making it a point to try out in 2021. I have 10 brands here on my list. However, it expands longer and I don't want this video to drag out for eons, so I'm gonna go ahead and share with you guys 10 brands that I am making it a point to try out in 2021. So if that sounds interesting to you, then keep on watching. So first here on my list, I have the bold, the beautiful, the magnificent
Charlotte Tilbury.
Okay, I've heard you guys rant and rave about Charlotte Tilbury for years now. I have never tried out a single Charlotte Tilbury product in my entire 24 years of life, and I'm making it a point this year to try out something, anything from Charlotte Tilbury. The products that I do have in mind are her eyeshadow palettes, maybe just one of the little quad ones, seeing as they're in the $40–50 price range, whereas her full-size eyeshadow palettes are in the $70–80 price range. So I do want to really try out her eyeshadow formula. I've heard nothing but great things about it. The Instagram videos, oh my god, those models look like goddesses from a whole other universe. Like, I want to look like that, you know? I want to look like that. So this year I'm making it a point to try out Charlotte Tilbury. I also have heard great things about her setting powders and her setting spray. Her setting spray is relatively new, however, so many people have been ranting and raving about it, and it's just time for me to hop on the Charlotte Tilbury bandwagon. So I am making it a goal to try out the infamous
Charlotte Tilbury
in 2021. Next on my list is another brand that is fairly new to my scope of makeup. This is the brand Hip Dot. Now, I have tried out one product from Hip Dot, and that is a sponge that I received in my boxycharm. So I wouldn't necessarily call this like a product, you know? It's not like, it doesn't have substance to it, whereas like an eyeshadow palette has substance to it, you know what I mean? So Hip Dot has collabed with brands, companies, TV shows such as SpongeBob. They've collaborated with a few drag queens, I believe. Tapatio, they released that hot sauce collection, which I almost bought, however I talked myself out of it. But recently, oh, and this was a bad launch. They recently collabed with My Chemical Romance, NCR, Gerard Way, Frank Iero, Ray Tora, Bob Breyer, not in the band anymore, but they collabed with My Chem. I used to be the biggest My Chemical Romance fan back in like middle school and high school. I've phased out of that a little bit. However, whenever you release something with 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge on it, it tickles my nostalgia bones, and I want it, I need it. They released an eyeshadow palette, I believe a eyeshadow brush, and an eyeliner. I wanted that collection, however, the release of it was just a hot garbage fire. It was terrible. They didn't really announce like a specific time. It was all sold out immediately. No one got it. So hopefully I'll be able to try out that Hip Dot My Chemical Romance collection one day, but I am just interested in them as a brand because I've heard nothing but great things about them, and there's something that I have on my scope to try out in 2021. Next up on my list is a brand that I mentioned in my ugliest palettes of all time video. However, they do have some really adorable ones that I would like to try out in the future, and this is the brand Glamlight. If you don't know who Glamlight is, they are famous for their food themed sort of palettes. They have the pizza one, the ugly hamburger one, but they also have a really adorable ice cream one, a cake one. I think they have like a concha and a taco one. I'm not quite sure. But they have so many different beautiful, bright colored food themed palettes out there that I really want to try out. I've heard nothing but great things about Glamlight. The packaging, however, I heard is very inconvenient. It's typically big, bold, bulky packaging, but I've heard the formulas are fantastic, and there's something that I've wanted to try out for a pretty long time. You guys have told me that they are fantabulous, so I am taking your word for that, and I want to try them out this year. I'm making it a point to try them out. They're on my list. I would preferably like to try out like the ice cream eyeshadow palette or the donut one. I think they just released a donut one. I'm not quite sure. However, Glamlight, very cute, very fun. I want to try them out, and they made it to this list. So moving on. Next up on my list is a brand that I feel like is almost a little too cool for me. Like, I'm not cool enough to own anything from them, but I want to. And this is the brand Glossier. I've heard it pronounced a whole bunch of different ways. Don't roast me for the pronunciation of the brand. I think it's pronounced
Glossier.
But I have never tried out anything from Glossier, and everybody has raved about their Bomb.com little lip balms, and their eyebrow products have really intrigued me. I've just never pulled the trigger and purchased anything from them, but I really want to this year. I almost bought some stuff from them during Black Friday, but I didn't because I'm also making it a point to save money this year and not buy garbage that I'm not going to use. But they are a brand that I feel like they have some products that I would really enjoy. The lip balms, their brow products, I feel like I would really like them. So I'm making it a point to try out something, if anything, from Glossier this year. Let me know if you've tried out anything from them and what you like the best. Most of their stuff seems to be light coverage, natural glowy sort of stuff, you know, and I am not like that. I am full coverage matte. That's me. That's just my preferences, how I think, how I feel. But I want to try out Glossier's stuff. Their aesthetic is chef's kiss, very pleasing, and it's beautiful and I want it. Okay, so next up on my list is a brand that is so adorable. I absolutely love her. I love everything that she does. I'm a huge fan, and this is Trixie Cosmetics, Trixie Matte. If you don't know who Trixie Matte is, she is a drag queen that was on RuPaul's Drag Race, and I believe she won season 3 of Drag Race All Stars. It was either season 3 or season 4 of I'm pretty sure she won season 3 of All Stars. I don't remember the season, but she won, and she is just phenomenal. I love Trixie Matte. She does tours, she sings, she writes songs, she dances, she does everything. And recently she came out with her own makeup brand, Trixie Matte Cosmetics, and I really want to try out their stuff. They have gorgeous glitters, lipsticks. The one that I want the most is always sold out. I believe it's the shade Babble, I'm not quite sure, but it's always sold out. They also have lip glosses and cheek palettes, and I really want to try out something from Trixie Matte Cosmetics. I love her. I love everything that she does. So good. And I'm pretty sure the formula on all her stuff is going to be fantastic. I know she's good friends with Shrinkle, the owner of Sugar Pill. I think that's her Instagram name. I don't remember her real name. Trixie is good friends with the owner of Sugar Pill Cosmetics. And if it's anything like Sugar Pill, then Trixie Mattel's brand is going to be phenomenal. So I'm making it a point to try out something from Trixie. And let me know if you've tried anything out. I haven't seen a whole bunch of reviews on her stuff. I don't know why I haven't seen that. The algorithm needs a revamp so I can see that stuff. But let me know if you've tried out anything from Trixie, if you like it, if you hate it, let me know in the comments. Moving right along is a brand that you may be surprised I have never tried out anything from, and this was a brand I was like this close to purchasing from on Black Friday. However, I couldn't pull the trigger. I didn't do it. I don't know why. But this is BH Cosmetics. I've heard great things about their brushes, their eyeshadows, their blushes. I've heard nothing but phenomenal reviews about their very, very affordable brand. And somehow they have just never made it into my life. I don't know. The things that fascinate me the most about them are their blush palettes and their sort of recent ice cream themed palettes. The monochromatic one, they have like a green one, a purple, a pink, a orange. Those are super fascinating to me and I want to try them out. I've just never pulled the trigger. Let me know if you've tried out anything from BH Cosmetics. I think most of you guys have. I, however, have not, and it will for sure be something on my to-do list to do, is to try them out. Maybe make a video about them. And yeah, BH Cosmetics, very affordable. Heard great things. I need to try them out. Moving right along, next up on my list we have an influencer brand. This is Lunar Beauty from Manny MUA. I have heard nothing but great things about that freaking blush palette. Everybody loves it. I've never tried it. I've never tried out any of Manny's products. I have the Laura Los Angeles brushes. I have Nudie Patootie from Laura, and Laura and Manny, if you don't know, are BFFs. So if it's anything like a Laura Lee's brand, I'm sure I would love Lunar Beauty. However, I've just never tried anything out from them, but I really want to try out their stuff because everybody has been ranting and raving about it. I've never tried it out personally, but if there was one thing I would try out, it's that stinking blush palette. But right now, do I need any more blushes? No, I do not. I am trying to save money this year and not buy things that I have excessive amounts of. Maybe one day I'll get it, but I would really like to try out something from Manny's brand. Everybody likes it, and if it's anything like Laura Lee's brand, I know I would like it too. Next up here, we have more of a skincare brand that I have heard phenomenal things about, and this is
Laneige.
I've heard great things about their lip sleeping masks and their lip balms. I mean, that's not like a super skincare-y thing. That's not something that would cause me to break out or anything like that. So that's the main reason why I'm super interested in that. And also in the wintertime, my lips get cracked and crumbly and flaky and disgusting. So lip treatments have slowly been coming into my life. I'm currently using the Colourpop Hello Kitty sort of lip treatment set, and I've really enjoyed it. So I think if I enjoy this Colourpop one, I would really enjoy the Laneige one. Let me know if you guys have tried out anything from Laneige. Their lemon sherbet mask is the one that really piques my interest. So I would like to try them out this year. I probably will. If I'm not lying, I probably will. But let me know if you guys like them, if you know of any alternative dupes for them, if I should just stick with the Colourpop set I have and save my money. Let a girl know. Alright, we're almost done with this. This went by a lot quicker than I thought it would. Number 9 on my list is an indie brand that is just absolutely adorable. Their packaging is 10 out of 10. This is the brand Menagerie. If you haven't seen anything from them, all of their packaging on everything is like woodland creature inspired. My favorite thing from them is their blush palette that has a bear on it, and it's so cute. However, it is $50 and I do not need any blushes right now. But if there was anything I could buy from them, it would be that blush palette and the Killer Purr palette. It's a warm tone neutral fantasy. I love it. It is so adorable. However, a lot of their stuff is typically sold out. They are an indie brand, so I do 100% understand that. But one day in the future, I would really like to try out their products. I've heard great things about their formulas, and the eyeshadow palettes I feel like are just so cool, so innovative. The packaging is 10 out of 10. Who doesn't love cute little animals on their packaging? Tell me. But I would really like to try out something from Menagerie, and I'm gonna make it a point to try out something from them in 2021. Last but most certainly not least, we have the mother herself, the goddess, the one and only, the beautiful, the creative genius in the makeup world. Oh, Pat, honey, how I have longed to try something out from you. Oh my gosh, the Divine Rose palette is the one I crave and lust for the most. Pat McGrath has absolutely incredible eyeshadow palettes. I've never had the opportunity to try out any of her eyeshadow palettes before, but if things go better this year than they did last year, I will try out one of those palettes and I will share my experience with you guys, because these have been hyped up to the moon and back. I've heard nothing but incredible things about Pat McGrath. Not even just the eyeshadow palettes. I heard her lipsticks are also pretty phenomenal as well. So one day I'm going to try out her eyeshadow formula. I'm probably gonna love it, and I'm going to share it with you guys. I want to share with you my Pat McGrath experience. Pat McGrath has always been that one brand that has just been too expensive for me, that I have never had the courage to pull the trigger and buy anything from, but I will make it a point to try out something from her in 2021. Alright you guys, so that is it for today's video. If this was a long one, I apologize. I feel like it may have been a short one though. I feel like it may have been shorter than what I thought. But those are my top brands I would like to try out in 2021. Let me know what brands you would like to try out in 2021 in the comments down below. Have you tried out anything that I mentioned today? What are your thoughts and feelings on it? There are some brands that I did not get to go into full depth about in this video, such as Flower Beauty, Millie Bobby Brown's line. Those are things that have always been on my scope of interest in the makeup world. But let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you liked this video, be sure and give it a big thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys had a holly jolly holiday season. I will see you in the next one. Bye.